Greetings. Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope you're doing well whenever you tune in and see this day or night. So, this is going to be a general reading for Virgo or sign Virgo for September 1st through September 16th. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you. And all the readings that I do are timeless. So for some of you guys, this could resonate 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future, a year in the past, a year in the future. It really just depends. All right. And this reading can also resonate for you, even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus Virgo. I also wanted to say happy birthday. I found this little thing my friend gave me. So I was like, oh, I should use this for all my birthday seasons of every sign. Like, happy birthday. Oh, okay. So happy birthday to all the Virgos out there. I am filming this a little bit ahead of Virgo season, but when this reading does start, from the 1st to the 16th, it'll already be Virgo season. So that's why I wanted to say happy birthday to everybody. So yeah, I've shuffled all of your cards here. We're going to get into your reading in just a moment. And I did want to go over a couple general astrology notes for everybody at this time. And then after the live reading, I will post a timestamp in case some people aren't interested in a couple astrology notes and they just want to get, straight to the tarot reading. All right, so let me just set my timer here. Try to stick to time, but time is relative and fluid, right? That's why the readings can resonate before, after the original time frame. So sometimes my readings go over the timer. All right, so let's go over a couple astrology notes here. So on September 6th, there's a new moon in Virgo, right? Since it'll be Virgo season. So this is a great time for manifestations, any new moon, right? Manifestations can be done at any time. It always is. Your intention is the most important, right? So you can do it during any moon phase or whatever is going on, okay? So I really do believe that, all right? But for some people, they like to do manifestations during the full moon because it's, yes, also on the full moon, but I meant to say the new moon, because as the new moon is growing into the full moon, it means your manifestation or prayer is growing and gaining power, okay? Anyway, we only have a couple astrology notes, so let's keep going. So then on September 10th, Venus enters into Scorpio. So Venus rules love and assets, okay? So it's going to be, for some people, some Scorpio themes, right, mixed in with the Venus themes of love and assets, okay? So Scorpio is a ruler of secrets. Scorpio can also be very intuitive, very creative, and it's also about resurrection and death themes and rebirth, okay? So take it how it resonates, if it does. And then the other astrology note we have here is on September 13th, there's a first quarter moon. And on September 14th, the last astrology note here we have is Mars enters into air sign Libra. So Mars rules, aggression, anger themes, but it's also, Mars is the ruler of Aries, the first zodiac sign, right? So it's this really amazing fiery energy that happens to spark something in us, right? On the positive side, if it's not anger or frustrations, right? So there could also be some really nice themes of starting something new with this Mars energy and the more positive vibration of it. And when it's entering into air sign Libra, it could cover themes of balance, equal give and take, and justice themes, and also beauty, right? So Venus is, I don't know why I keep saying Venus. We're talking about Libra. Well, Venus is a lot in the Libra sign as well, but during this time, Venus will be in Scorpio, like we already talked about, and we're talking about Mars entering into Libra. So Libra is that balance, equal give and take, justice themes, and beauty. All right, so let's get into your reading. Your reading is very good. I had a lot of good energy here, Virgo, so let's get into it. And I just felt called to do this kind of midnight reading here It is midnight by me, but I am a night owl, and sometimes this happens. So when spirit tells me to do it, I do it if I'm not sleeping, right? All right, so let's do a quick sound bell here before we start. So if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever, or you can just listen. I'll try to do a quieter one. Sometimes it's loud, so just a little warning. All right. All right, Virgo. Let's get into it here. Put this over here by Stalphenia, one of my little witch um, dolls. She's got some energy. She talks to me sometimes, but we want to respect her space. She likes the sound bell by her, so it's all good. Okay, so also wanted to say if you're new, of course, welcome. If you come back, I really appreciate everyone's energy. So I always take a picture at the end of all the cards in case you want to pull it up while you watch or listen, if you're not watching the live, or you just want to see it in more detail. So I start with the main six in the center, and then we kind of go outside into the tarot confirmation cards that I do with another deck. And then we also talk about what's on the top and the bottom. And at the very end, I do a couple oracle cards. All right, so this first row in the main six is energy starting around September 1st through the 16th, right? So this first row is that first week and weekend, okay? And then the second row is kind of the same energy, so it's going to go till about the 16th. Again, it's not exact. It can be a little bit before, a little bit after. All right, so go ahead and call out your cards here. So Virgo, you have the Six of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords. I don't know why I keep saying the wrong thing. Ace of Sacred Circles. But you know what's funny? When I was shuffling your cards, the Ace of Swords kept popping its head out, but it didn't come out in the reading. So maybe Ace of Swords means something. Okay. Ace of Swords is about mental clarity. It has a very phallic energy of rebirthing something. It could be a project, a relationship, etc. So keep that in mind. But that's not actually what I meant to say, but maybe divine timing, it wanted me to mention it since it was popping up. But moving forward, calling out your cards, you have Ace of Sacred Circles in the right side up position, Ace of Cups in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, the Moon card upright, and the Empress in reverse. Okay, so Virgo, really nice energy here to start your reading off with, right? You have the Six of Swords in the reverse position. This is talking about in the recent past or in the current energy that we're talking about. You are letting go of any anxiety, worry, overthinking, okay? And you're getting to a place of balancing your emotions more, right? So when the card is right side up, you see this Japanese man, and he's trying to get in control of his emotions and also have a mental clarity, but he's still struggling with it when it's right side up. But it was reversed for you. So that's how you want to see that. And that's a beautiful place to be, right? We want to be mentally clear, just like the Ace of Swords I was talking about that almost kept coming out. All right. So very nice here, Virgo. Now, before we go forward, this is actually where my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of the other deck here with the yellow border. This is the Llewellyn deck. I list all the decks I use in the description box below, okay? But yes, so this is energy from the recent past that could be still lingering around and why certain cards have come up. So we're going to talk about it in relation to the Six of Swords in reverse. So you have King of Pentacles on the top of your deck, right side up, and you have the Page of Cups in the right side up. So in the recent past, maybe what made this Six of Swords in reverse energy happen is you had a lot of support around you, a lot of abundant energy, passionate energy, creative energy, right? And then also there could have been some type of small communication here in the recent past, Virgo, where somebody came in and gave you a small message, or you gave a small communication to someone, or if not like that, it could also be a small opportunity from the universe came in the recent past. But it's also about starting at the bottom of a project or relationship, starting at the beginning and slowly working up, right? So normally it would go page and then prince and then king. Okay. I mean, sorry, that's not right. Well, prince is the same thing as a knight, but in this deck, it would be page, knight, king, okay? But anyway, hopefully you understand what I'm saying here. So this kind of paved the way for this beautiful mental clarity coming in, because in the recent past, and what is recent, you have to ask yourself that. It could be a couple of days ago, a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, even a couple of years ago, all right? But this is beautiful energy regardless how you find yourself here, Virgo. All right, so moving forward, your second card here is very nice. Ace of Sacred Circles on the right side up position. All right, this is all about abundance. This is also known in other decks as Ace of Pentacles. All right, and very small here, there's a buffalo by this Native American drum, right? Because we're talking about sacred circles, it's the drums in this deck, okay? So, you know, the buffalo represents that strength, that courage, and also because in our current society, there's not a lot of buffalo left, it's like that survival mode that could be also fueling this new awakening, this new feeling more abundance, things coming to you, right? Also could be gifts from the universe, okay, coming in for you for a really nice energy. Virgo, this could be more towards the middle of that first week of September that we were talking about, but it really just depends, okay? Now, with your third card here, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, it looks like towards the end of that first week or even first weekend here, Virgo, there is a little bump in the road, right? It's not all bad. It could just be, you know, more of a warning card. That's kind of how I like to look at it, okay? Because the emotions get kind of all over the place, okay, towards the end of that first week, perhaps. And normally, like since you would have two aces in the upright position, if it was right side up, right, it would be your cup is running over, right? Talking about again, if this card was right side up with the buffalo spirit, it would also be, you know, producing something or being abundant and able to manifest in difficult situations. So the word resiliency would come up here, okay? So even though you have that with the buffalo spirit back here in the Ace of Sacred Circles, I don't know if you can see the buffalo there. All right, something trips you up, a little bump in the road where the emotions are all over the place, okay? I also forgot to say in the beginning of this reading here, Virgo, that if this isn't your energy, it could be the energy of the person that you're dealing with, the people, an organization, or your general environment situation, okay? Don't worry, there's still some good cards, so don't like freak out or anything, all right? Now, beautiful here, Virgo, the Five of Cups in the reverse position. This is how you want to see this card. So it's like you have this little bump in the road, right, where the emotions are all over the place, a little bit of stagnant energy, right, with the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then you have the Five of Cups coming in and kind of saving the day. So the Five of Cups is about coming, not coming, but basically coming to, well, yeah, coming to a place where you finally see something in a more balanced way. So in the past, you or the person around you, your environment, right, was only focusing on that. You see this card, right? There's these two people in the front and the guy in the background is crying over this spilled wine or spilled milk, but they still have cups in their hand that are right side up. Okay, so this is talking about in the recent past, or the reason why maybe the emotions were all over the place with you or somebody else was because they weren't seeing that there were still people and situations and environments that could still help them and still be positive to them. So when the Five of Cups here is in reverse, how it came out for you, that's actually how you want to see this card. That means that you've come to the point where you're saying, I'm going to look at life in a more balanced way, or the situation, or whatever, however, whatever issue you're watching this reading for, right? Or not issue per se, but theme, okay? Because it's not all bad, right? But this is coming to a more balanced place and seeing that there is good and bad, all right? So very nice. And that is the beginning of that second week, possibly, of September for you, Virgo. Now, your second card in the second row, or also your fifth card, right, is the moon in the right side up position. So even though you're starting to move in this right direction of seeing things in a more balanced way, there's still something that is possibly eluding you here, Virgo, okay? Because the moon represents um, illusions, not seeing things clearly enough, okay? Wait, my focus, my camera, there we go. Sometimes when I get too close, it messes up. Okay. So this is about illusions, not seeing something clearly. There's also a lot of creative energy, this dreamy-like energy. All right, so it's also the zodiac sign of Pisces. You could be dealing with the Pisces, or they have a lot of Pisces in their chart, or you do, or it means nothing at all. I try to call out the cards, zodiac signs, when I see them, when I remember. Okay, and then there is this really small woman. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but possibly in the photo, right? There's a small Native American grandmother figure, and she's kind of off to the right of the water here, and she's like this searching for wisdom. So sometimes when you see the moon card, you see the owl that represents the wisdom and searching for that, but here it would be this little tiny grandmother figure. All right. So again, this could be why you're still in the middle of that second week of September, moving in the right direction, but you're not seeing something clearly. I like to use the example of when the lights are off in your house, right? And you see a coat hanger, you see something, and it looks different at night, right? But if then you turned on the light, instead of a monster person, it's just a coat hanger. So that's kind of the energy that I get. All right, so moving forward, your last card here, Virgo, in the main six is the Empress in the reverse position. So this talks about possibly towards that end of that, okay, so the end of the second week of September, right? There is this energy, a blockage a little bit here, or a warning, a reminder, that's how I like to look at it, where there's not enough creativity for some of you guys. It is a general reading. You have to take it how it resonates. There is something about planning that something isn't going to plan, right? Because normally the Empress in this card would be right side up, and she would be pregnant. She would be planting those seeds. She would be in control of her emotions, but it's in reverse. So there could be something happening here, Virgo, in terms of your emotions with some type of planning for the future, or setting up seeds for the future, or this creativity or stagnant energy here, all right? But it's not to worry, there's still good stuff coming, okay? So this is actually where my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom. Oh, yes, that's the bottom of your other deck here, the one I used for the main six. This is the Ancestral Path Tarot, okay? Excuse me. So in the recent past here, Virgo, you have the Seven of Pentacles in the right side up position and the Temperance in the reverse position. Again, ask yourself, what is the recent past? Well, we're talking about this in regard particularly to the Empress in the reverse. So remember I said planting the seeds because she's pregnant? And here you have the Seven of Pentacles, or known as Seven of Sacred Circles, which is about this Native American theme of planning for the winter. So we're talking about planning twice here, okay? And so something in the recent past here, Virgo, you were starting to plan something and move forward and have this abundance, right? Or this evaluation of looking at yourself, or even others, or others' evaluation of yourself, okay? Oh, I'm sorry, it goes this way. I just looked at the camera, I was like, oh. Right. So, but then you have the Temperance in the reverse position. So the Temperance is, there's a lack of patience with this planning, and that could be creating this stagnant energy, or there's a lack of patience with this evaluation of yourself, or evaluation of others, or others evaluating you, okay? But also the emotions come up. You have a lot of cards here in this reading Virgo that have water, right? So I want to show you the Temperance card normally when it's right side up. So you see this Native American figure. She has one foot in the land and one foot on water. And then she's transmuting, water in these two pitchers, water pitchers, right? Going back and forth, okay? And also, if we're talking about zodiac signs too, right? Temperance is the zodiac sign for Sagittarius. So it could be in the recent past that you were dealing with a Sagittarius, or there was a lot of Sagittarius energy, or you had a lot of Sagittarius in their chart, or they did, or it can mean nothing at all. We just wanted to mention it, okay? So, there's like a blockage here, but it's something that definitely can be looked at and easily fixed. Not easily, I mean, nothing is easy, right? But, I would really say that if there's something you feel has like this urgency to it, this would be a message to just kind of slow down and really go over the details even more. Even though Virgos tend to be very detail oriented, let me just turn that down a little bit. It was like really loud for a second with those Indian bells. It was like, yeah, I do tend to be organized. What are you talking about? Yes, you are Virgo, but this could be someone else's energy, like I said before, someone you're dealing with, or your environment situation, or just a part of yourself that isn't completely Virgo. It could be your rising sign, it could be your moon sign, whatever. But it's just saying kind of slow down more, breathe, get in control of your emotions. Don't stress out about the future, whatever this planning is or this evaluation. Okay, so that is what I'm really feeling for you there. So all being said, we're not done with the tarot yet. We're going to go ahead right now and get into your tarot confirmation cards, okay? So I'm going to call them out, and then we'll kind of go in order here. So your first one is the Judgment card in the reverse position. Your second is the King of Cups, right side up. And then your third confirmation card is the Five of Wands, right side up. All right, so let's go in order here. Just 1 second, trying to have a little music, but not too loud, because then the dogs go crazy. Okay, so with your, I'm stuck. All right. So with your first confirmation card here, Virgo, you have the Judgment card in the reverse position, and I do have a little, if you've never seen me before, the only card in this deck that has a little incense damaged fire. Yes, be careful when you're having tarot cards with the candles and incense. But anyway, hopefully you can still see it. So normally in this card, when it's right side up, there's this man in the grave, okay, some kind of catacombs, and then another man all the way at the top with a light coming down, like coming to see this dead person, okay? But it came out in the reverse position for you, Virgo. And when we talk about confirmation cards, this is energy from the recent past, okay? That could still be lingering around, but it's confirming your first and your fourth card, the Six of Swords in reverse and the Five of Cups in reverse. And so this is all this progress we were talking about in the beginning of the reading, or in the middle, right? Of letting go, that anxiety, worry, overthinking, and also coming to a more balanced place of saying, yes, life has negative and positive, not just negative, okay? And when this Judgment card comes in and confirms this, this feels for me, when the Judgment card is right side up, it's like, do I want to resurrect something? Do I want to restart something? It goes back to the idea of the scene in the Bible, right? People being risen out of their graves if they've been living a moral, good life, whatever. Okay. So here for me, the way that this feels for you, because when I read the cards, I don't just read the normal meanings. I bring in my own intuition into it. So sometimes the card can mean different things to me. But this time for you here, Virgo, it really feels like you want to set, you don't want to resurrect this energy. You don't want to resurrect looking at something only, looking at life only in a negative way. You don't want to do that anymore. You learned your lesson, or the other person you're dealing with, your general environment, doesn't want to do this anymore. And that's a good thing, right? You don't want to always be stressed out and having anxiety, worry, overthinking. You don't want your emotions to take over. And you also want to look at things in a more balanced point of view. So this is a really good thing, all right? Okay, so moving forward, Your second confirmation card is the King of Cups in the right side up position. This is a really nice energy of abundance, support, prosperity, growth, peace, right? Controlling the emotions. His throne, I don't know if you guys can see, I'll try to back up a little bit here, is in the water, right? So he's control of his own emotions in a positive way. So really nice. And remember, you had in your card over here the King of Pentacles, so another king, right? This strong, grounded energy in the recent past of a lot of support system, a lot of growth, right? It could be, since he's sitting on the throne, the support system for you could be friends or family, however, whatever your support system is, okay? But really nice energy. And when it's coming in here and it's confirming the Ace of Sacred Circles. You can see the camera's a little fuzzy, but hopefully it'll come back in a second. So, hold on, it's distracting me. Camera. There we go. I think it normally will focus on my ring. And then, okay, well, at least you'll be able to see the cards. Oh, there we go. So the King of Cups is coming in and confirming the Ace of Sacred Circles and the Moon in the right side up position. All right. So this is basically saying the energy that helped you get into this abundance, the spirit of the buffalo moving forward, having gifts from the universe, is because you had a really good support system or someone around you, a mentor, a teacher, could have been manifesting that energy in you and being a good role model in some way. Okay. But despite that, there was still a little bit need for some more wisdom. So it could be that you needed that wisdom more from yourself or from another person, right? You shouldn't give your power to anyone or think that one person has all the answers. All right. So that's really what I feel for you. But also, if you're looking at this reading for more work or career situations or projects, it could be that this energy, if it's yours or even someone else's, that helped you inspire things. When you look at the Moon card, it's also this beautiful creative energy. So it could be someone in the recent past came in here and helped you bring out that creative energy more and that searching for the wisdom. All right. But really nice. Okay. Now moving forward, your last confirmation card, and it's really important message here because the third card is like a combination of past and future energy, right? It's the Five of Wands in the right side up position. So this is talking about slowing down, not taking life so seriously. Yes, Virgo, you need to hear that, okay? And using that support system again, right? At first, these guys look like they could be fighting, but they're actually playing and practicing, and there's a scroll on the ground. So this is saying to you, Virgo, all right, to really slow down again, rely. Hermes, sorry, you just hit my light. What are you doing? Hermes, you're a Virgo. Wait, calm down. Sorry, guys. So this is slowing down, relying on that support system, okay, and bringing more play into your life. If you're really stressed out about the future, like we were talking about before, or you're having a hard time with patience, which is not normally your thing since you're Earth sign and you tend to be more grounded, but it happens to all of us at different times, throughout our life. So if you feel really impatient or you feel anxious about the future or an evaluation in some way, really rely on your support system and have more playful energy and just practice, right? Practice goes along with planning. But if you plan and you don't have that practice, playful, youthful energy, then it can just be not as fun and really difficult. All right. Now, when this Five of Wands is coming in here and it's supporting the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Empress in reverse. Yeah, kind of like we already said with the Empress in reverse here, that stagnant energy and having a hard time planting a seed for something, a project, a relationship, a work situation, whatever it may be for you, goals for your health, okay, whatever it is, it will be easier to manifest and plant those seeds if you rely on your support system, have more playful energy, okay, but also not let your emotions get out of control for you. Don't let your emotions block your blessings, okay? Have the emotions and calm, take breaths, right? And it'll all, work out in divine timing, all right? So that is what I have for you here as far as the tarot, Virgo. But before you go, I do have your little oracle cards. All right, so real quickly, your first oracle card, I switched up a little bit this time. I was getting sick of some of the same cards, so I switched to the Sacred Rebels deck, right? Okay. And it's the Oracle deck, not tarot, but it's a really beautiful card came out, okay? And it's like these open hands kind of like dropping this fish into the water. So beautiful. And what does it say? Release the dark wound and let love live. Okay, the dark wound could be the Five of Cups in reverse. You're learning to let that negativity go, learning to not resurrect things that aren't healthy for you, the Judgment in reverse. And also even could apply to the Moon card, right? Letting letting illusions go, letting tricky energy or things not being clear. You're gonna let that go as a dark wound and kind of surrender. That's how I feel for you, okay? Now I'm going to read really quickly. There's a little note here with this card. Hold on, I pulled it ahead of time. Let's see. All right. So if you want to look it up, it is the Sacred Rebels. You can probably find the full description online somewhere. It's a couple of paragraphs, but I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to read the little meditation part, okay? So I think it's cute. So as say the declaration below out loud 3 times. Be in your heart and really feel what you're expressing. And this is the meditation. I now choose of my own free will to release all cellular memories and belief systems based in the dark wound of criticism, judgment. Said judgment in reverse. Sorry, I got excited. Shaming and fear, so that my creative and loving energy may thrive in a nourishing environment, conductive and conducive to growth. Through all time and space, through all dimensions of my being, through unconditional love, so mote it be. All right. So that's a beautiful message at any time, but especially for this reading. I felt that it really resonated. Hopefully it resonate. Always feel free to let me know in the comments down below, how this came together for you if you want to share, but no pressure too. So your second oracle card before you go, this is your love oracle message, whether you're watching for romantic reasons or platonic love with friends or family or even self-love, okay? So your message is flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Okay, so that's that playful energy too we were talking about with the Five of Wands. Okay, right? So if it's not with a romantic partner, you can flirt with your friends, but not in a sexual way, but a playful, funny way, right? You can flirt with yourself. You can flirt with family in a playful way. I wouldn't say flirting, it would be more playful, okay? But it has that word, lightheartedness. Extend your lighthearted, playful energy. All right. And then your very last oracle card here, Virgo. This is the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, okay? But you got the Lady of Lightning. And this says, surprises, sometimes shock, and total paradigm shift. A total philosophy, way of life shift, okay? And you see this beautiful kind of Japanese looking queen woman here, and she's extending her arms out, right? And the lightning, hopefully you can see it, is coming through. So really beautiful. And I want to read something really quickly with this one as well. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll just read it. It's real quick. It's shorter than the other one. So I don't want to leave anything out. Okay. All right. I think if I hold it like that, you can see. A little fuzzy, but all right. Anyway, it says, the Lady of Lightning brings powerful forces of change into your life. She tells you to expect a sudden shift in your circumstances. Perhaps a situation you weren't anticipating arises and offers you the opportunity of a lifetime, or a series of moments circulates into a pivotal flash of insight, causing everything to change just like that. Maybe someone enters your life and pushes you to new heights. Nice. You may have a brilliant idea that hits you like lightning. Be prepared, change is imminent, and a total paragram, yes, right on the well, on the bell, on the well. Okay, there's a well there too, on the bell. Be prepared, change is imminent, and a total paragram, I can't talk anymore, guys. Paragram shift will be upon you. Don't resist the changes, as in this kind of lightning isn't something you want to fight. Great things are happening when the Lady of Lightning appears. All right. So, very nice here, Virgo. Hopefully, that gave you some kind of insights or some inspiration. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for your time, for your views, of course, for your likes, for your shares, if you share it with anybody, and of course, for your subscriptions. It is free. It's just like following on Facebook and Instagram. It just notifies you when I put out new videos. So if you like this video and you haven't subscribed yet, all you have to do is click on the bell icon on the bottom right and make sure that it's blue and it's active. And it'll just notify you when I put out new readings. One thing I forgot to mention in a while is that the settings on your phone or your tablet or even your desktop, right? If you don't allow it to let YouTube notify you, then you won't get the notifications until later. So you don't have to do that. But I remember one of the other readers that I follow when I first got into YouTube said that, and I didn't know that. So I thought I'd mention it again because it's been a while. But anyway, you guys take care. Thank you so much. And I have to take the dogs out. I'm not sure if I'll do another reading tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how the energy goes. But you guys take care. And if you want to join me in the other videos, you're always welcome. But if not, that's okay too. So I'll see you later. All right. Bye.